Alright guys, so this is the authentication aspect of the video. So here I have options. I can either sign in or get access. That means if you are not yet a user here, so you can fill in this form and then I'll submit in the request for the necessary authority to approve. But right now, let's just get started with these demo credentials, and then I'll sign in as a CFO bank email, and then the password is there just like a CFO. So the first page here is the app page. Is going to bring in, you can see Olani Michael, Chief Financial Officer. Yeah, so that's the highest access. That's the admin access. You can see how everything looks like. I can have a quick interface of overview, like the capital adequacy, liquidity ratio, ROE, NPL ratio, and some other pages here. You can see the system status is very important. This is going to tell you if the API server online, database is connected, and then AI agent is ready. Actually, in this case, I use PostgreSQL. Should in case any of those system is not connected, it's going to tell you that there is an error. So let's go into the next interface, which is the dashboard. Here we can have quick KPIs that is speaking into relevant details, like the regulatory compliance, like liquidity, capital adequacy ratio, and then the pre-existing KPI from app. Regulatory alerts. This is going to alert us and tell us that okay, something is wrong, and then the action we need to do. Just like in this case, liquidity ratio is telling us that the action for the liquidity ratio to be compliant is to secure funding immediately. As you can see, we can generate board meeting reports, approve budgets, and then strategy review. These are still coming soon anyway. They are coming in the upcoming version. That's the version 3. But right now, they are already set, and then we'll just work on that. So the next one is the chart. You're already familiar with this aspect. So this one is the version 1 alone. This was what the version 1 comprises of fully. And then similar thing, you can come around and ask any question relating to the company, like checking our regulatory status, and then it's going to go into the database and then search for relevant documents, because this was programmed using RAG and launching as a framework. So you can see executive summary, detailed compliance assessment, liquidity ratio, that's critical violation, and the likes. Non-perform, immediate action required. And you can see the source. They are all data from our documents. Meanwhile, it's even going to tell you the current liquidity ratio, if you see, and it's going to tell you the actions. Everything is already orchestrated. Like, it's not just going to give you solution, but it's going to recommend for you as well what to do. Yeah, so look at policy, same thing as well. The policy is also acting on documents. It's acting on documents. We use RAG as well. So the difference between the compliance and the policy is that the compliance checks the current data, and it checks it with the existing law of the policy and tell us are we compliant or not. But the policy is just talking about the law. What was our profits last month? You can see this as well. And a lot of questions there in this chat. You are not new to this. We've already explored this in the version 1. If you haven't watched the version 1, just check my YouTube page or my LinkedIn page. Is already tagged as a feature. Yeah. Is there any recent news in the media about CBN? So this is an option. You can actually type free questions and then ask, not necessarily the dummy questions that are here. You can be free with your expression and ask any question, and then it's going to augment everything together, orchestrate it, and then bring the result to you for your consumption. Okay, it's processing. As you can see, these are his key findings. Based on current media coverage, several CBN developments are making headlines. Can you see that? He's even having sources and references. See, sources and references. Central Bank of Nigeria, and these are live websites where you can actually go and then see for yourself, just to show that this is actually coming from the internet. It's not something that is orchestrated inward. Yeah. I think we're just going to leave this for now because we're already wasting time here. Okay, I think we should move on. All right, so let's look at the fourth rather. Firstly, let me show you the statistic of my chart. I've been able to use total of 4 queries, 1 RAG, 1 SQL, 1 compliance, 1 market. I haven't done anything around financial analyst. Okay. All right, so let me check the policy library. So this is our library of our documents. The total documents in the database. You can see, and you can actually view. If you say you want to view, you can just scroll down and then you can start viewing each of those documents directly. The document contents you can see. Yeah. So that's that about that. Let's close the document. Market watch. So this is actually about what's going on in the market. It's just like asking the charts, what's going on in the market, what's our competitors doing, what's the trend like, and then we already have major competitors that we are targeting, and these are the GT Bank, First Bank, Zenith, UB, Access Bank, Stanbic, and Fidelity. So we're just going to check what are they doing, that is different, how are they hedging us in the markets, and then cool stuff like that. So that's what that is about. And we can also check news trend, and if you are being specific about market intelligence alone, we can actually type and ask questions directly, and then the chat will reply us here as well. We have quick insights into banking sector trend, digital banking, and CBN monetary policy. So these are just quick insights. Just click it and then it's going to fetch you the latest details around that, the latest details around such. Okay, as you can see, Nigerian banking markets, capital competitor, blah 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 blah. So you can see conclusion. So this is a sample. You can as well check for news trend, and the likes. Okay, compliance. This is the major page for compliance, where you can check your key compliance metric. the ones that are compliant and the ones that are not compliant, and then what you can do in terms of action. And then we also have the overall compliance score, and then the trend over time to see how compliant we are as a company. So let's check reports. So for reports, we will be able to generate reports, executive summary, compliance reports, and market analysis. So like compliance reports, you can generate like this, and it's just going to look into the whole details, the whole compliance analysis, and then you should be able to export it out as a PDF, and then probably use it for meetings that you are going for as a CFO. You should be able to export it out and then use it. You can see we have a lot of interesting stuff here. Compliance checklists, you can see export to PDF, export as a mail. Same thing for executive summary, market analysis as well. You can export all these things out in PDF. You can export everything out in PDF, email the report, or export to Excel. So cool stuff around it. We are still coming and we are still doing a lot more in the version 3 around reporting, major board reports and the likes. Financial forecast. This is actually looking into our database and then looking at our finances and then trying to forecast based on our previous fundings. How are we going to look like in the next 6, 3, 4, 5 months, So this is actually going to give us full details: profit after tax, current, month 1, period, month 2. These are just forecasts, and so that's it. Now, activity monitor. This is going to monitor everyone on this platform, what they are doing, because these are highly sensitive documents, and then we need to be very careful. So as a CFO, having the admin access, you'll be able to monitor everything going on in this platform, everyone logging in, successful logins, active users currently, and then what they are doing part time, the activities of users. You should be able to find users and see what they are doing when they log in. Is it during the working hour or off working hour? What did they do? Which page did they view? What did they download? So this activity monitoring is for admins, and then it speaks a whole lot into what's going on the platform. As a company, you can see the heat map, hours of the day. You can see this is the heat map, recent activity login. You should be able to search by name, by username, and then you will be able to see which user is coming in and then what they are doing. Like right now, I have a user called Mayowa that I've registered. So I'm just searching for Mayowa's details. I can, okay, this is when Mayowa came in and then it did so, and the likes. So these are details that you can actually monitor. So off hours access, 10 activities dictated outside business hours. So this is also just more like a security hint to see. And access request, this place is this, like the access request and the activity monitor, they are only meant for the admin. So here is where you can grant access to anybody that is trying to get access to this platform from the company, and you can actually upgrade or downgrade their access. Either you're giving them an admin access, or financial manager access, or financial analyst access. So let's assume you are getting an access as a newcomer, and I'm quickly going to fill in this form. Let me say Anjola Oluwatobi Lance. Okay, Anjola at bank.com. Then put in your employee ID, and the department that you're coming from. Let's say operations, and which access type do you need? Let's just say financial analyst access, and then you can put in your password, and also confirm the password. Okay, Angela 1. Okay, Angela 1, fine. Now what's the justification? Why do you need this? So I need this access to justify some in-house operational activities. Okay, submit the request. Now, one interesting thing is, after submitting the request, the CFO, which being high right now as an admin, is going to get an email on his email, an alert email that someone is trying to get access. So it's just a notification. I can actually approve there. Let's just, okay, so this is my email, the one I connected with the project, and let's say, okay, new access request, you can see. Then I'll just get the email. So in case if I'm not on the platform, I will know that something is waiting for me. So let me just sign in as the CFO, and go there and grant the request. Okay, right now I think I'm trying to sign in as Angela, but then I can't because I don't have access yet. I haven't yet been granted. So let me first sign in as the CFO, then grant the access, then I will now come back and log in again as Angela, then we can see. Alright, you can see. So this is the request. So let me just approve it. Okay, I'll approve, and that's done. So now let me log out and then log in as Angela. The first thing you realize is that I can't have access to this access request page even after login, because I didn't have the access to that page. So as a financial analyst, there are limitations to the type of access I'm getting. So I can have access to it. You can see after signing, you can see access denied. You don't have admin permission. This doesn't mean that I'm not inside the app already, but then I need just have access to this. But if I can check stuff like app, you can see Angela Oluwatobi Lance. You are logging as an analyst, department operation. The dashboard is there for me to see, but the policy library I don't have access. I can still have access to the market watch and the likes. So this is a fantastic project, and yippee! So my name remains Olani Michael Olatosin, and then this is my LinkedIn page. I would love to connect with you beautiful people. See you. Bye.